Yeah, I think murdering somebody with another person's head would be pretty gross, especially if their hair was dirty.
Top notch.
Yeah, that's like Final Destination way to go.
So my first thought, if someone were to kill me with your head,
Good luck.
well, that's number one. But if they were to try to kill me with someone else's head, I think shoving it in their mouth would be the best way. Like shoving it in, but then I'm like dying, right? I'm like suffocating to death.
If somebody's shoving my head down your mouth,
or anybody's head. If it's your head, I'm not worried about this thing I'm about to talk about. But if it's anybody else's head, like say like some dirty girl from a trailer park or some shit.
Yeah.
Trailer park girls go around the outside. Then I would be mostly concerned with lice.
Yeah.
It's like the last thing I taste or feel is a little bit of like lice going down my throat.
Did you know that? Dude, you eat lice all the time. You don't even know it.
Oh, I think I heard that fact. It's like every night every year you average out eating 8 lice a year or something like that.
No,
in your sleep.
No, you know what salt is?
Salt, yeah.
It's lice. All salt is dehydrated lice.
It's insane because how do you, when you go to the ocean and like swim around, how do you not get lice immediately then?
They're dehydrated.
So what? But they're in the water.
It's salt water. It's lice water.
No, they are.
They can't soak up. They're already dehydrated. They can't get it. All lice.
That's the opposite of what I would think. That's science.
And
that's science because I would think if lice were salt and it was in salt water, which means lice water, that means they're actually swelling up.
Yeah, you would think.
You would think, but they fell from the sky because. Mm-hmm. The clouds, the reason they're white is because it's all lice in the sky.
All clouds are is lice.
And then precipitation, any rain in the ocean is lice falling onto the water because how could it rain on water? You know what I'm saying?
This might blow your mind. But the first white dyes, like back in ancient time when they had to like dye a piece of clothing white, all of the white things you see around you, the white on this White Claw, the white on our camera, the white paint on the walls, all of that is derived from ground up dehydrated lice.
Huh.
And they make a dye from the lice's livers.
Lice livers.
And they fucking mash it up and they boil it.
This is a lot.
They boil the lice down to a pigment. And then they mix that with water, and that's how you get white paint.
Yeah.
You did a lot of research.
Huh. How do they get black paint?
Fleas.
Ants.
Fleas.
Fleas? Not even ants?
Nope.
Ants are too tough.
Ants are mostly brown. And they don't hold up as well. They're too tough.
They're mostly exoskeleton.
That's science.
I don't have friends.
Did you know that lice aren't exoskeletons? They're just mostly grub.
Really?
Yeah. They're 97% grub.
Timon and Pumbaa would go to town on some lice then.
Well, they would accidentally eat people's heads.
Yikes. Good thing Timon and Pumbaa aren't real.
Good thing they weren't anywhere close to the ocean.
If Timon and Pumbaa were real, they would savagely ravish each town.
Savagely ravage, got some napkins, and blapkins and napkins. It's crazy how some things have exoskeletons and some things have skeletons.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
If there were 2 types of humans, if one had an inside skeleton like we have, or if you got to choose to have an exoskeleton, what would you prefer?
If I could choose to have an exoskeleton or an endoskeleton,
yeah,
I would still have.
I know you like that endo.
I think I would still choose to have an endoskeleton.
Yeah, me too. I like my fleshy pouches on the outside.
I prefer to be an endoskeleton being.
Yeah,
because. But here's I actually did. This is so crazy. We're talking about this right now. It's like I almost planned it when you started talking about lice. I was thinking about bugs the other day. And I was like,
hey, you know what? Me too.
Yeah?
I'm always thinking about bugs.
Really? What
Ins-
bug were you thinking about?
Mostly insects. 6 legs,
Right.
man. 6 legs, it weirds me out.
I was also in the insect realm because most of them have exoskeletons, and I wonder if they look at like humans and they're like, "What the fuck? Why are his bones on the inside of him? That's counterproductive."
Seriously.
But they're like really brittle compared to us, though. Imagine if they were the same size of us, you would never be able to punch through it.
No.
No, they would be the best UFC fighter in the whole fucking
An
world.
ant, a human-sized ant, yeah. They can lift 100,000 times their weight.
100,000 times?
Yeah, it's a scientific fact. Check it out, dude.
You did a lot of research.
I believe that, honestly.
If you
because
check up-
I've seen ants pick up shit, and like one time, I was like, so do you remember when you were in Las Vegas when we were moving to our more recent home?
Oh yeah, dude.
And yeah, you remember that. You were smoking cigarettes inside of a casino.
I think I did have a cigarette or two.
Yeah.
When I
So-
go back, I'm smoking mad cigarettes.
But when you were gone, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try to get as much stuff here while you were gone because I knew there was going to be like a hard time. You had to come back from Vegas and then like the next day move all your stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, like my family was busy, like all of our other friends were busy, and I was like, who could I find to help us? And I actually found like a family of ants in the back. And then like the next house over, there was like a family of like 10,000 ants.
Nice.
And they actually helped me move your mattress from the old place to the new place.
Nice.
It took them like 3 days.
Yeah. Oh, I know your story you're telling
Yeah.
about the elf.
What?
You know what I'm saying.
No.
Don't let them fool you, folks.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You were talking about the elf,
Elf.
the ant you'd like to fuck. You said that ant came down with her 6 legs and her curvy ass body, and you said you wanted her to drop that exo booty on your endo dick.
You did a lot of research.
Well, here's the thing. They were still like, they weren't large. They were ant sized. So it was impossible for us to get together.
Yikes, dude.
Hey, sometimes true love isn't meant to be.
I don't believe that.
Well, ask
Love-
my
love-
ask,
love
ask
wins,
my
man.
ask my exoskeleton last girlfriend that had an exoskeleton. See how that fucking went. It was awful.
Fuck her, man. She was a bitch anyway.
Do you want me to cry on the podcast?
Your exoskeleton girlfriend that you had 40 years ago was a fucking bitch.
It was 40 years in ant time. It was 2 years ago. Today, actually, she died.
She
She was burned
Put
up by
my-
She was burned up by a magnifying glass right in
Fuck.
front of me. It was awful.
Yeah, I was the one holding the magnifying glass. I also took a fucking shit on the sidewalk after I burned her. She died so quick.
But do you think that the first time she saw me, like, do you think the first time an ant sees you, or like something with an exoskeleton sees you, they're like, "Ew, what the fuck?" All their mushy stuff is on the outside.
Probably.
It is kind of counterproductive,
Yeah.
honestly.
Like our meat is our protection.
Yeah, it's like it's like, oh, the meat protects the little baby toothpick bones. It's like, come on.
Seriously. Who thought of that? I don't know. Hey,
God.
I wanted to I thought of something really funny today. It's pretty comical. So my my new jiu-jitsu gym, they just opened it. You know, it's ran by a guy. Sorry to just drop the ant topic. Are you done there? Did you want to talk about it anymore?
I don't think so. I think I was pretty much done.
Well,
Thanks.
before I get into this jiu-jitsu thing,
Yeah, just talk.
I just
you
want to
can-
say one
You
thing.
can talk about your thing.
Hey.
That's fine.
Your ex-girlfriend who was made of ants, just look at me, was a fucking bitch.
She what?
And
Yes.
you deserve way more.
That-
You're a good guy.
Yeah.
I don't care if you liked it when the ants crawled all over your genitals and inside your belly button.
I found an endo girl, and she's really nice.
I don't care if the ants were crawling up your ball. I know you like ants just crawling all over you. You're a freak.
It was super annoying. It was super annoying when you have an ant exoskeleton girlfriend that.
Listen, dude.
Don't
Tell me about annoying.
Hold on, man.
With an exoskeleton ant girlfriend.
Hold on.
Because I had a girlfriend once who replaced all my blood with ants.
Hey.
Try crying when you have ants in your tear ducts.
That's not. You don't cry blood.
Maybe you don't. When you have ants crawling through your arteries and your aorta, then you do.
Yeah, that sounds a lot. That sounds like a lot.
It was.
But
and anyway.
here's the thing: when
had to get away from her.
it's really annoying when you have an exoskeleton girlfriend that's an ant. You know that means I'm not talking about ants. I literally dated my aunt once.
I know.
My aunt.
Oh.
She had an exoskeleton. And she would not stop bringing over like
Your cousins.
scraps of food into my bed.
What the hell's her deal?
She would like just make a little trail from my bed to wherever she was going. I don't even know. You could never find it.
Yeah.
She went like underneath the door and everything. And then she would come back with like little bits of crackers and cheese and like leaves and shit. It was super annoying.
So you would your aunt who you dated, that was made of ants. She moved around a lot.
Yeah, she moved around.
So
a lot.
you could say that your aunt made of ants had ants in her pants.
I'm gonna take a guess that no one in the entire world has listened to this podcast to this point. Nobody will ever hear that joke.
It's okay.
They quit on the exoskeleton when we started talking about exoskeleton girls.
That's okay. But
So
let's
jujitsu.
Okay.
New gym. God, that runs its
we talked about ants and we talked about ants
in our pants.
in our pants. Let's move out of here.
We don't like pants.
Get away from this insect.
I've never worn pants on the podcast.
Wait a minute. Back it up to the ants. You dated a woman who was your aunt and made of ants.
She was an
And
ant.
she was an ant?
Yeah.
So your aunt was an ant?
Yeah.
She moved around a lot, so she had ants in her pants.
Yeah.
Would you also say that insect was incest?
I would say if I ever try to take advantage of her, yeah. But
Yeah.
I never did. It was more of a relationship of the minds, really.
Never been in one of them, but I hear it's good.
Mostly she sniffed me
Yeah.
and kind of just went over me.
A lot of smells.
A lot of smells and antennas moving.
Definitely a meeting of the minds.
No food here. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, I get that. It's hot and it's a lot of connection, but you can't live like that forever.
I got one more thing about ants. I just thought of this.
Okay.
Can you imagine so there's like queen ants, just like there's queen bees, and there's insects always have a queen that they're serving. Can you imagine being born a girl ant and they're like, yeah, the queen's about to die soon, but you won't do. And then where does that girl ant go? They just eat her?
A lot of
What is she?
insecurities,
You did a lot of research.
right?
Yeah.
And insecurities.
Yeah. So stupid. But that was clever. But yeah, wouldn't that be the worst?
Yeah.
I mean,
Poor
what do you
girl.
do now? Just
Go to ant therapy.
yeah. Here's your one chance, auntie, don't let me down.
I got six.
Here's your one chance, auntie, don't let me down.
I got 6 legs and I'm depressed. Take me to therapy. It's the best, and I'm gonna sort all my problems out.
That I had incest.
So anyway, let's go ahead and skip to jiu-jitsu.
Jesus, finally.
My coach, Nick Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Good guy. His name is Nick. You would agree?
I would agree.
You would agree that Nick Brown's name is Nick?
Yes, Nick Brown is Nick.
Nick just opened a
For
gym.
short. Nick for short.
Nick.
For Nick
Nick's
Brown.
name is Nick. Short, we call him Nick.
Nick short for Nicholas.
Yes.
Possibly. Not 100% certain.
Just opened a new business, new gym
Yeah.
in a place called Nickman's Plaza. Whoa.
Yes.
So is it Nick's now? The whole plaza? Because Nick Man is in Nick Man's.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Nick, man, you're in Nick Man's.
Yeah.
You're a man, Nick.
Only thing he has to do now is marry Stevie Nicks. And he's the ultimate Nick.
Nick Plaza. So that makes
That's a
me
jingle.
wonder if, let's say one day you would like to open up your own barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that your final destination would be a place called Poppy's Plaza or Poppy Works? Or like, do you have to move into a place that has your name?
It's funny that you say that because there was a place called something Poppy, and it was a Korean beauty store. It was downtown, and now there's a
Koreans are beautiful.
True, and they always have nice skin, according to the internet.
They know what they use.
I also
Beauty serum.
beauty serum. They have Korean beauty serum from poppy flowers. It's true. So my thought though is like, I drove by it today, and I realized that it switched over to a barbershop called My Barber Chad.
Not as beautiful.
Doesn't match what previously was there.
Barber Chad.
That is kind of... Now, I'm not making fun of the guy. He's probably a nice guy.
Yeah, probably. But what does probably mean?
Yeah, I know.
Define it.
70%.
Yeah.
He's 70% probably good. Probably good looking.
70%.
He's 70% probably good looking and probably a nice guy.
Well, his name's Chad. He's good looking.
Well, the thing was I was driving by and I saw this big ugly guy walking by holding a bag of trash.
Was he ugly or was he fugly?
No, he's ugly. Fugly would be too much. I think he was mostly ugly because he looked dirty, because he was sweaty a lot, because he was carrying a bag of trash. So he was like doing some errands.
Yeah.
He was running some chores, and I think it may have been the barber, but I'm not sure.
I would not want to get my hair cut by an ugly barber.
True.
Gross.
But people do, and that's my business. True.
It's a good thing you're a handsome guy.
Thanks. Did
you see it?
Oh yeah, good thing. Yeah, good thing. I get what you're saying. A good thing I get tattooed by a handsome guy too.
Who do you get tattooed by?
I think he owns a shop in Westover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Gimme.
You get tattooed by a guy named Gammy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's accurate.
Heard you guys got it. I heard he has beef.
Yeah. Beef with who?
Blake.
Sounds like Gammy and Blake need to have a shitting contest.
See who can shit the most.
Blake's gonna win.
Yeah, probably so. But so Nick's, it's Nickman's Plaza.
I think the goal is to make everything around you your name.
Yeah.
Nick Man is in Nick Man's Plaza.
Yeah.
He lives in a house on Nickman Street.
Yeah.
And his dog's name's Nick. He eats Nick O's.
What?
It's a cereal. It's called Nick O's.
Oh.
And you know what? He likes Nick Boy. He likes Nick Boy Ranch on his chicken wings. So to me, Nick's doing really good with his life. Everything around him is named Nick. Maybe you should work on making everything around you named Poppy.
Doesn't he practice new Nixu?
Well, they're changing the name of it now, but yeah. To be successful in life, you need to be surrounded by your name.
I'm pretty sure
It's branding.
I'm pretty sure he fights Nick A.
Hey, I got news for you, buddy. I know you're just talking and maybe one day you'll have your own shop. But you are your own brand, bro. You're over here wearing built shirts, BYLT.
Yeah.
You need to be wearing Poppy shirts.
It's true.
You need to be getting your nails done by Poppy.
Yeah.
You need to use Poppy wax on your mustache. You need to be using Poppy condoms.
Yeah.
Do you use condoms? Answer me honestly. Do you use condoms?
Yes.
Good.
Everyone should use a condom.
I think everybody should use a
Everyone should at least try to use a condom once.
condom. If it doesn't,
Just try it.
yeah.
What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with condom? Made out of plastic,
What's
killing
wrong?
the earth. That's what's wrong with it.
What's wrong? What's wrong with plastic? Honestly. What?
No, if we're being
there's
serious.
no turtles running around just trying to sniff condoms in the ocean and then they get
Yeah. Oh, what if though? What if the straw that the one turtle that everybody's seen snort?
Yeah.
What if that wasn't a straw? What if that was an actual? It was a straw, but somebody tried to use it as a condom, and the turtle found out, caught wind of that, and was like, "Oh, I'm about to snort this condom."
Oh, come straw.
Fuck, it's a straw. Yikes.
I don't have friends.
Here's the problem with using a condom, a straw condom,
Okay.
is that there's literally a hole on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But if you're like me, you're short enough. You ain't shooting to that hole.
well, yeah, it's just gonna slow down the children.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have a slow children playing sign on the end of your straw condom, and it would totally make sense. Slow children playing.
That would be a silly gag to pull on your loved one.
Yeah. They're like, why do you have this giant sign that you're shoving into my vagina?
Gotcha.
Yeah. This sign is huge. I don't know how you.
Tricked ya.
Yeah.
Echo.
You ever heard of sign going down a hallway?
That girl was so loose, it was like throwing a sign down a hallway.
Yeah.
Anytime I ever heard the reference of a chick being so loose, it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, I always just think of Brewston Elementary School and somebody literally just throwing a hot dog down and being like, huh, that hot dog isn't touching any of the walls.
And then Janitor Jones at the end, it fucking smacks him in the head and grease flies everywhere.
And then
He goes, I'll shove you in a locker.
and then that bully kid goes and kicks his ass.
Paul Belavage. He wasn't even a bully. I choked him once.
What a little shit.
I choked him one time in the bathroom.
Bullies aren't
I
tough.
snuck up on him while he was peeing at the urinal.
Nice.
I went,
Nice. You choked the fuck out of him?
I said, give me my pencil.
Good. Yeah. He was always
He's like, I'm kind of busy. I was like, you'll make time.
he's just like,
And then he's
okay.
like, no, really,
Okay,
I am kind of busy.
He's like, oh, I'm done peeing now. I do have time. Here's your pencil.
Yeah. So then I got a freaking penis pencil because he went straight because he didn't wash his hands. I got freaking.
Oh, I hate shaking guys' hands in the bathroom.
You shouldn't do that anymore.
I can't help it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Scenario: you go into a bathroom, public bathroom. You're doing your business. You come back out. Before you wash your hands, someone comes in that you know, and you're like, "Hey, what's up, man?" You dapping them up or shaking their hand?
Common courtesy.
What's up, man? Common courtesy.
Sorry you weren't raised right.
I'm pretty sure common courtesy, the on the level of common courtesy, first things first should be washing your hands, then shaking hands is below it.
Yeah.
Wash your hands, shake your hands, hold the door.
Yeah.
Well, you can hold a door if you haven't washed your hands, but you can't shake someone's hand if you haven't washed your hands. But you're not supposed to you're not supposed to use the door if you haven't washed your hands, because then everybody else will touch your unwashed hands on the handle, and then you give everybody. So really, just wash your hands.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, well,
That was chaotic.
intelligent people heard me.
I don't think they did.
People have that common courtesy heard me.
Well, most of our listeners are intelligent, so I think everybody probably understood. But you know me, a little slow sometimes.
Yeah, we know.
I like to draw, though. I draw more than anybody.
cut hair. That's what I tell everybody. I tell everybody that I'm just a stupid barber. And it works out for me because nobody has very high expectations.
And then you fucking pass them?
What, pass them?
You pass their expectations?
No. I just stay right at the level I'm supposed to. And then every once in a while, I'll give them a little. It's kind of like, okay, the level of expectations, gloomy day. Below that, rain. So it's like, oh, okay, he's not living up to our expectations. Above that, little ray of sunshine. So I give him a little ray of sunshine every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a good
Like,
idea.
I'll give him a little ray of sunshine. Like, oh, I've got some hope. And then you drop him back down.
You know, you aim low and you never have to be good.
Yeah. If
Ever.
you aim low, you never have to hit high.
Yep. But they love it when you knock it out of the park sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would that be advice you'd give to some kids?
Oh, yeah. Get C's, then your mom's happy with B's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't do that. You were in honor society, which was a total mistake. That didn't get you anywhere. Where'd it get you? Some nights of the week you were kind of busy. And now you were.
I designed the shirt for him. And then I remember I got a sash. And then at graduation, there was a girl crying her eyes out because she forgot her sash. And I remember like all the teachers are being like, oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. I was like, hey, she can have my sash. And they're like, no, Jake, you need to graduate with that. Like you earned it just as much as she did. And I was like, I'm literally going to tattoo for the rest of my life. This girl can have my sash. And they're like, no, don't do that. I'm like, no, I don't care about this. Yeah. This girl's crying because she doesn't have one to take pictures with.
Yeah.
I could give a shit.
Our graduation days were very different.
Yeah, I gave it to her, and then the girl I was seeing at the time got mad that I gave her, that other person, my thing. I was like, she was crying. It's not like I was like, hey, here's this. Want to make out later? I was like, I was just being nice because the girl was crying.
No. I know what you were. I know what you actually did. You were
okay. Tell the world, brother.
You were shutting her up. It's like, shut up. Hey, you're crying. This is my graduation day. Shut up.
Yeah.
And so you said, here, take my sash. No one gives a shit. Shut up.
Yeah, I want to like see her now and be like, hey, you know, you never gave me my sash back. And also, was it worth crying over? Because I'm sure you never touched the sash again after we graduated.
She probably burned it.
She probably fucking strung up a fucking flamingo with it and hung it.
She probably forgot. She was probably in her car. She probably forgot it in her car. She's like, oh my God, I didn't bring it. And she didn't even think of anything. You offered the sash over to her because you just wanted her to shut the fuck up.
She probably lost the sash. Some homeless guy comes through, uses it as, he gets a stick and he uses it as a little baggie, throws it over his shoulder. He's walking around with an honor society bundle on a stick that's got Twinkies and probably cigarettes in it.
No, he probably used it to graduate.
He may have tricked the world. Graduated. Yeah. Now he's running.
Like, oh shit, I get to graduate high school.
And now he's running Amazon? Maybe.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos, we're on to you, buddy.
Yeah. Which side of his face are you on?
If I was on his face?
No. Like what part? Like if you covered up his face, he has two faces.
Yeah.
You cover up one eye, he looks like one person. You cover up the other eye, he looks like other person. What side of his face are you on?
I just want to take advantage of both, honestly.
Yeah.
Dip my balls in both.
Dip your balls on Bezos?
Yeah. Yeah. I've already told you if I had a superpower, it would be to make anybody suck my dick that I want. So, yeah, that would be number one on the freaking list, buddy.
Yikes, dude. Blackmail.
Bitch! Well, it's just like, you know, how much money you need? Okay, how much money you want?
Me?
Yeah.
I'd probably be good with $1 billion.
Yeah. That's kind of light. I'd probably be good with like 6 billion. 6 to 10 billion, probably.
10 billion.
Yeah.
Never heard that number.
Yeah, you think any...
You did a lot of research.
What about meta dollars? 1 meta dollar. You're good with 1 meta dollar.
Yeah, it's 3.1 billion.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that for real? Is there really
meta
meta dollars?
Cryptocurrency, dude. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about like in the metaverse.
Meta dollars means $3.1 billion per dollar. It's crypto. Hey, Poppy, here's the news for you, buddy. Cryptocurrency, metaverse, $3.1 billion.
Okay, so
mash it together. That's the fucking fact.
How do we get to be the first podcast in the metaverse?
We show up.
No, for real.
Telling you.
Did you ask the guy that you had a meeting with the other day?
Well, but he did hear about he likes our podcast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how are we going to get on?
I don't know.
Did you ask him any questions? Did you even think of me?
No, I was talking tats. I was talking art.
That
But
is pretty
one
cool,
of us is pretty, I have an Oculus. One of us doesn't have an Oculus.
I can buy an Oculus, and I already said that we would get on there and do an episode on the freaking metaverse, and we would make it look like our table here, and then we would be actually sitting here, and then we cut back and forth from metaverse to here, and you would see us.
So let's do that.
Yeah, I would do that. It would not be a big deal. But I'm asking, has anybody else thought of that? Because we need to get on it quick, because somebody's going to do it. We need to be the first podcast. We could do the first live podcast on the metaverse.
That's history, buddy.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
history.
sure somebody's thought of that, but
Dude, fuck them, dude. Here's I got 4
it'll
things.
be the
to tell
first good one.
you. Metadollars, metaverse, cryptocurrency, Oculus Prime. Throw them together. You got a business, buddy.
Yeah.
You did a lot of research.
Throw this together. Bald eagles, guns, freedom, red, white, blue. That's fucking America.
Business.
Throw a little bit of red seal and some grizzly long cut in there. Little bit of Budweiser. A little bit of White Claw for the guys like us hipsters. Shove a little bit of equal rights, and some people trying to push back, but we're really shoving the equal rights down their throat. That's America.
We love equality.
Fact.
Today's prey produces equality.
Yeah.
A thing that happened to me this last week, speaking of equality, speaking of people against it. So the Andrew Tate guy,
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard people like hate his guts.
He's like, Andrew Tate's like, boys rule, girls drool.
Yeah. But so I thought he was funny because at first he was like, you know what? I'm hanging out with my boys. I have a sword. Do you have a sword? I don't have a sword. And he's just like saying ridiculous stuff. And I'm like, that's funny. It's just like, he's just being overly cocky. That's his bit.
Yeah, I have a dick. You have a dick? Yeah, you probably don't have a dick. I got a dick.
But he really doesn't like girls. He hates women.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I noticed this because I'm just posting stuff on Instagram.
Hey. More for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's
I'm
a
not
jerk.
saying more women for you and I. I'm saying the more guys that are like that, the more for guys that are like us that actually like them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But what made me notice this was I was posting tattoos and I would have comments, people saying, "Whoa, you actually follow Andrew Tate?" And first I thought it was just something random.
Yeah.
But then I had 3 or 4 comments and messages of people being like, "Yo, do you follow Andrew Tate on purpose?" So I was like, "What is up with this guy?" And I looked and I found some really fucked up things about him. So I was like, "Yo, I thought you was funny, but turns out you a motherfucker." And I got out.
It's funny that you came.
I king.
It's funny that you came in. So it's funny that you came to the conclusion after someone was like, "Wait, don't you know his story?" Because me, I like it. I don't follow anybody. I don't just like hit follow buttons. I like research everything just because it's how I am. I just like overanalyze, and then I just like see, do I like all this stuff?
You're paranoid.
Yeah, I'm a motherfucker. so I'm like, I'm not gonna follow someone who's like hateful,
Yeah.
like in the past. So I just want somebody that's funny. That's what I want to follow. Is funny
I'm a
shit.
silly guy.
Yeah. So
I
and
personally love silly guys.
plus he's all over the internet. I couldn't get rid of him. It's starting to slow down now because he's just pushing a brand. That's all it is. He's trying to be crazy. But yeah, he actually does. I'm pretty sure he does have like, he owns a okay, to make it layman's terms, I guess, because I don't really know exactly what it is and I don't want to lie. I'm pretty sure he owns a building that just has a bunch of cam girls in it, and he takes a cut from all the cam girls. Kind of like a movie that I saw, and I don't know if that's Taken 2 or if it's a different movie.
There's an episode of Workaholics like that.
No, it's not. Well, it's like that. It's like just a bunch of girls and he takes a huge cut from it, and he's gotten in trouble for stuff like that too. So
What a weirdo.
Yeah, imagine. I had a thought like this when I was 15 years old. I'm going to tell you about it.
Back in the old days, huh?
Because when you're 15 years old, you're like, how can I like?
back when you had
So when you're 15 years old and you have no game, you think, how can I trick girls into being naked around me, right?
Okay, yeah.
So my thought was, what if I became really good at photography? And then I just told girls like, hey, like I can take, and I would actually do it. I wouldn't be like tricky about it. But I thought like at 15 years old, I was like, what if I took like naked girls' photos for them? They'd like it. I'd like it. Maybe every once in a while you hook up with one of them. That'd be cool, you know? And I'm pretty sure that's how that works to this day. There are ones that are like more professional than others, obviously. But that was, so Andrew Tate is just a 15-year-old that had an idea and then like just fucking went full bore at it.
Yeah. He never changed up.
Because like a week later, I was like, that's kind of scummy.
Yeah.
Mine was like, maybe they'll talk to me.
Yeah.
He's like, I can make money from them.
Nice.
That's the.
Well,
I think
not
that's the.
nice.
I think that's the definition.
I'm saying nice, like
Right. I think that's the definition of objectifying.
yeah. That's absolutely what it is.
That is the number one way to objectify someone is to actually make money off them as an object.
Yeah. I know we joke around about when we're like, don't be yourself. Go with the crowd.
Yeah.
Do what they do. Obviously we're joking when we're saying that.
Yeah.
We're pretty much our own person. We're pretty comfortable with who we are.
Yeah.
But
I am.
But I pay attention to the internet. And if I'm having multiple people be like, why are you following this person? It's like, he must be really scummy. And then I did the research and yeah, he is. So that was a good little, I appreciate those comments that came in that said that.
Well, you saw like the silly things, which is hilarious because I only saw the garbage.
I mean,
I've never seen like
I've seen the garbage now.
Yeah. But in the beginning, all I saw was him on podcasts talking about, yeah, it's like if I have a girlfriend, she does this. I mean, I want a cut of this, and I want a cut of this, and she doesn't have an Instagram. I don't care. And if she has an Instagram, then I'm gonna be on the Instagram. Blah blah blah.
The weirdest one was he said he prefers 18 to 19-year-old girls because they haven't slept with too many people, and he likes to swoop in after their high school boyfriend and them break up, and he leaves his imprint on them and makes them a better person. That's what he says.
He's just doing the Lord's work then?
I don't know.
What is he taking them to Bible study?
Have you ever spoken to a 19-year-old girl?
Not since I was 19.
Okay. Let me back it up. Have you spoken to a 19-year-old anybody?
No, not really.
Well, they have a lot of figuring it out to do.
Yep.
So,
and that's why he's trying to make a good impression on them, dude. As
a professional kickboxer and whatever businesses, cam girl business that he owns, I honestly, I can imagine him being on that maturity level, but like if you're in your 30s, probably not a good idea to talk to a 19-year-old person.
Well, we know it
works for some people, and for those relationships, good on you, but
I don't think it happens that way very often.
No.
And also, I mean, you and I could probably name 10 people that as soon as they graduated high school, they started dating a girl in high school a year later, and they went to 4 proms. So that's the same shit to me.
It's weird.
It's like, man, it's really tough out here.
Yeah.
It's really hard out here after high school. Let me just backtrack a little bit. They're going to love me.
Yeah. I know a lot more than they do.
Yeah, it's like they love that I have independence and I can pick them up from school when they want. It's like, oh, you haven't gotten your license yet? Pfft, don't worry about it. I get off work early sometimes. You don't have to ride the bus every day.
I get off the gas station at 4. You might have to wait 40 minutes, but I'll come get you.
Yeah, I'll bring some freaking Black and Milds with us.
Oh,
And a six pack of
pack of-
freaking Red's Apple Ale.
bring a pack of blacks and a beat CD. Do you have any announcements you want to say?
Do I have You always ask me that. And it always puts me on the spot because what announcements would I have?
Well, we're going to have shirts to be coming out soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully within the next 2 months, I would prefer.
Yeah. That's a long time. So I don't usually bring things that are going to take a long time up.
Well, I think it's important to bring it up just because, some people are consistent listening to the podcast.
Okay.
And some people aren't. So I think it's consistent to keep it in there.
I have an announcement. I took my shirt off today at the gym
Yeah.
with the entire WVU powerlifting team there.
Yeah.
And they were impressed.
Hell yeah.
All the guys, if they were gay, they'd be swooning.
Hell yeah.
They'd be swooning on my ass, and I said, I got a girlfriend.
Nice, dude. And your girlfriend was over there, and she was
And she was like, ooh, gaga.
nice. So yeah, shirts are in the works right now. As far as social media goes, give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok. On Instagram, it's Today's Pray Podcast. On TikTok, it is I need to back it up. On Instagram, it's just Today's Pray. On TikTok, it's Today's Pray Podcast. And give us a subscribe and a like on YouTube, Today's Pray Podcast. That's where all the video is. I want to end the podcast with a quote from Mia Khalifa. If you haven't seen her work, she's an artist online. She used to do some really cool work, and she wants to tell everybody.
She used to be cool, now not so cool.
This is a quote from her, and the quote is, "Your hips are beautiful, just the way they are."
That is really sweet of her. Do you think she's involving me in that?
She's a marvel. Yeah. She told that to everybody.